I'm making a sourcing run, and I got a ways to travel, so I was going to blab a bit. Taking it there, but it's 170,000 light seconds, which takes a ridiculous amount of time. I doubt I talk that long, but we'll see how this goes. There we go. Lock it in. That seems to be my best source of money right now. Just these sourcing runs. I popped into one that had a 28 million credit deal for Palladium. So I went to find it first and come back and tried to take it, and it disappeared. So it's like, you almost have to accept it right off when you get that. And I usually find those big ones right when I log into the game. And then if I even move to a different faction to see what their missions are, that huge one disappears. So I don't know if it's a glitch. One of these times I'll find it and record it, but it was weird. But on these runs I was pondering different things that life and what all is pertained to it. I kind of dig watching some of the conspiracy theories. Not that I actually believe any of that, but I like the psychology that it progresses. It's of those who come up with an elaborate idea pertaining to anything, I don't know, chemtrails, whatever, and they defy reason and logic. It's almost like a psychosis, or maybe they're psychotic. You can't reason, that theory is ridiculous, or if you go too much, then you're part of the theory. And that is kind of wild to me when I think about it, but fascinating in the same sense. I mean, they can't help it. That's the way their brain's processing things, or trying to make sense out of something that doesn't make sense. And another thing, I kind of, occasionally watch, some kind of theology or it's kind of self-help, whatever, and try to use it to try to benefit, grow, or something. But most of it's really weird, kind of like this law of attraction stuff. And you'll see some kid in front of a Maserati with a bunch of money in his hand saying that he manifested all this crap. And I don't dig it. I mean, I believe in gratitude makes things better, and you can kind of change your perspective on things around you by being positive and grateful. And maybe this guy got this Maserati by writing a self-help book and being positive and selling it to a bunch of people. And with the money, he buys this car, and he's saying he manifested it with this law of attraction. But it seems a little bit flaky, like maybe not a complete honest thing. So I don't know. That's weird. I think there might be some creation, manifestation happening in another dimension in the spirit. They come together and we create what we are now on, and then we incarnate into a body and explore what has previously been created. But I don't know, while we're in the flesh, that we are manifesting anything. Our perceptions can change about certain events depending on how we look at it, in a positive light, negative light, whatever. I don't know. And maybe even my thoughts on that might be kooky. It's like I got a bunch of jumbled ideas in my head that trying to make them all into a coherent thought pattern is sometimes difficult. So I just talk them out and think, okay, this maybe makes sense, this maybe not. I don't know. I don't think all this is a humongous accident. I like the thought of maybe seeking some kind of a spiritual journey without being religious. Religion seems like a way to control the masses. Any religion, I don't care what it is, which is understandable. Sometimes they need to be controlled, but there's nothing behind it. It's a power thing. But maybe you can be spiritual without being religious. I think our whole reasoning here is just kind of finding ourselves. So I don't know. I'll listen back to see if my babble makes sense. Something I want to actually post or not. May not be a real long video if it is. See, I still got over 100,000 light seconds to go on this journey. Hopefully I've got more than that on this journey. But I don't know if I die today or live another 54 years to a ripe old age of 108. I'm going to enjoy the journey regardless. You know, I have kind of slowed down and learned to sort of smell the roses, as the old saying goes. Enjoy the things around you. You walk outside and feel the breeze on your face. Close your eyes and enjoy it. The gratitude makes that whole thing, that whole experience better. But I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully this thing will still be recording it, but I better save it because I got this on like 15-minute loops, and if I don't see it kick me off, then sometimes it'll stop recording, and then that's that. I just lose it. But that's okay too. That happens and it wasn't meant to be. But I want to manually save it right now just in case. Okay, we're still coming up on this. I kind of manually saved a little bit just to make sure I could still got some of this. But my dad was a minister. He's passed away. Very much a lone wolf in everything he did. Somewhat of a dictator, I guess. He had a corporation, but he was a one-man show. And I was his vice president, and stepmom was the secretary, but that was only to make the corporation legal. He always kept people around that he could control. If there was anybody that had any ideas that was different from his, he would lose them. You know, they're no good to him. And when he passed away, we inherited a worthless corporation just because you can only do so much on your own. I mean, so if somebody wants to be big time, you need to surround yourself with help, people that can get things going. It's hard to do much when you're a lone wolf. And I know in mine, even with my sketches, I probably need to find help. And if I'm going to pursue that, in art to get it all promoted, I don't know that I really want to commercialize that anyway. I'm happy, and happiness in itself is a huge success. And I'm fine with that. It's just building some kind of empire, I don't know. Try to get help, promotion. I give away those sketches. It just kind of helps me with the symptoms of Tourette's. If they request it, they can go to my website. It's Robert Derek Rich, Derek spelled D-E-R-E-K, Rich, RICH.com, and kind of see what I do, what I've been through. In fact, I sent a couple of sketches this week to Georgia. So I thought that was kind of cool. Somebody I didn't know, stranger, just requested some sketches. Sketched it for him and sent them off. Free of charge. I do have a place there. If anybody wanted to donate, they could, but most people don't, and I'm totally fine with that. My stuff will probably be worth more when I'm dead anyway. Well, we're down to 2,000 light seconds and still rocking. Nobody's tried to bust me out of Super Cruise to steal my goods. Kind of surprised there. I got a trade rank of broker because that's been about all I've been doing. A little bit on explorer rank, but helpless and harmless in combat and CQC, close quarter combat, I think is what that means. But I ain't interested in either one of them. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Well, maybe. Let me get a better ship and we'll see about that. Okay, down to 500. When it gets under 100, I think it'll show up on that distance marker to the left. And then that Super Cruise Assist will kind of take care of my speed. When I first started it, I thought I was controlling it, but little did I know I was a little delusional. Which, that may be true in multiple senses. But if it is, it's okay. I go to work early, just changed my hours, so I go in a little earlier, but I'm off a little earlier, which is alright, because I'll go in, I'll start work at 7, but I've been up since 2, so none of that matters. We're coming down. I like kind of looking around on this thing, and it's just kind of crazy. Even that, I can change it in that mode. Which I don't know, that's kind of cool. Disengage. Speed up. Request docking at 7.5.
Docking request granted.
Do that. And they'll take control. We'll complete our mission. And then I'll get this ready for upload. If I don't listen back this side, I sound like a nut.
Deployed.
But it doesn't matter if I'm a nut and I'm a happy nut.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Get in to the hangar here. I don't like hanging out in the stars. Deliver. Complete. I'm already allies with them, so I could care less about reputation or influence. Take the credits and fly. Back. And I got a little extra. They wanted 48, but I went ahead and loaded my ship up, which I can carry 68 units. Tons, I don't know how they're measuring that. Yeah, there we go. Sell that. Just a little more on top of it. And then I'm gonna just hang out here. So I'll blab at you all later. You guys have a good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever it is when you're watching this. Bye.